I wrote a little tune that's sort of a mix between blues and jazz, and I've based some lessons on it. The nice thing about this tune is that you can play blues licks, pentatonic scales and such, but you can also play more sophisticated jazz licks, and it's fun to play around with both. So first I'm going to play the chords of the tune, then I'm going to add the melody, and then we'll start with the lessons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the chords. Now I'm going to add the melody. So let's start by having a look at the chords. It starts with G7. G, F, B, D. And we play the B with a subtle hammer on. So. You can also include the D if you want, but most of the time I leave it out. You can also include this G, but you don't have to. So basically I play this. Then the next chord is a C chord with a G in the bass. So this would be a C chord. And I play a G in the bass, so it becomes this. So if you combine that with the G7, with the hammer on, and then this, and now we play it in this rhythm. So what I'm doing, I'm just tapping the strings on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it becomes. And you can play around with that, so you can keep the strings ringing like this. Or you can tap with all your fingers, so you dampen the strings. Or you can keep them ringing. You just tap the bass string. Okay, so we have this. Now, then it simply moves to B flat. You keep the same shape. So you move up by 3 semitones. You end up at B flat 7. So you get B flat and an E flat with a B flat in the bass. So G, move, and it goes goes back. And the next chord is B flat minor 7. I play the B flat and then A flat, D flat, F. It's just putting your finger flat. And E flat 9. I play it with 4 fingers. Some play it with the some play it like this. I usually play it like this. So and then you get an A minor 11. It's A, G, C, and D. And D7 plus 9. So D7 and the plus 9 is here. So we get and then it goes back to G7, C. And the last chord is A flat 13. A flat, G flat, C, F. You can include this one if you want. B flat. So and that's it. So now we're going to play the whole sequence in a medium slow tempo. Alright, now for the melody. First I'm going to show you the melody just in single notes. You may have noticed I played it mostly in octaves, but let's look at it first in single notes. E, G. You can play it here, but I prefer to play it here. Because it's a bit mellower sound, and also because it gives me more space in both directions to move around. So I start here, E, G. B. So slowly. So in tempo. And you see that I sometimes make some slidings. So again. And you can use slidings and things like that as you wish. So I do it here and there. And here. And then when the chord moves from G to B flat, the melody moves along. The melody moves right along. So it's F, G, B flat, D, B flat, it goes back to G. And goes to G and B. And then it moves back to here. So I'm going to play the first part as a whole. 1, 2. So that's the first part. Then the next part is where you have the chord B flat minor 7th and E flat 9. There the melody goes. So G, B flat, D, E flat, G, B flat, C, D flat, G, B flat, C, D flat. And then C, B, G, B flat. So again this part. And then it goes back to the beginning and you get the same kind of melody. And it ends with. And you can play at the end if you want, you can play the G with the B here. And then play it with B and C. So G with B and G with C. You get. So B, G and C, G. So I'm going to play the melody once more. Can end it with an A flat chord or just with a note like D or F. Any note that will sound okay with the A flat 13. So maybe F would be a good choice because it's here. Now, as you've noticed, I played most of it in octaves, so let's look at the melody again, but in octaves. I play the octaves by playing an octave below the melody as I've just played it, so. And on the top strings, I play the octaves like this, so for instance G and G, or D here. I play it now with 2 fingers and I dampen the other string, so only 2 strings are played. And on the lower strings you get a distance of 2 frets, so for instance the D here, if you play the octave you get a D there. You have D and D, the 2 Ds, you get this octave. So on the lower strings you get 2 frets in between the fingers that you're using to play the octave. So, distance of 2, distance of 3. 3, 2. when you practice that, you can move around the whole fretboard in octaves. You just have to take care of the distance of 3 or 2 all the time. So you can play the whole melody in octaves like this. So in tempo. It moves up to B flat. So again, the part where it moves up. And then the last part of the melody in octaves. So. So the last part again. C, C, B, G, B flat. So the last part. And back to the G again. So here I'm playing again the B with the G and C with G. So if you play all that, you've got the whole tune, the chords and the melody.